Hello, hello. Welcome to the Regulating and Raising podcast. I know you guys are like, what the heck is going on? So, just a quick update on a couple things in my business so I am rebranding the podcast from the Clean Mom Edit to Regulating and Raising, because that's basically what I've been doing is regulating my nervous system while raising three crazy kiddos. And also I went to a mom's conference last week and realizing that like the Clean Mom Edit is my brand, but my podcast is just a product within my brand. And so I wanted to make that distinguishable. Also, I know I'm solo today, which I haven't done a solo episode in a hot sec. That's what I built this business on, was solo episodes. And then I started getting into interviewing guests, which I love because that is my past is in talent acquisition. Whenever I did work for corporate. So being curious and learning from individuals and, really just building a community alongside, women specifically right now. Maybe in the future, men will be on, but that's kind of my focus. But I'm going to start doing more solo episodes. So you can find them on Tuesdays, and then I'll do my interview podcast episodes still on Thursday. So you can find those. And I have an amazing lineup, like you guys. Like, I am so excited. I have bookings until like the end of the summer, and like these women are just like, I cannot wait for the conversations because they're just going to be so freaking amazing. I'm going to get something cool on here too that's like regulating and raising or something. So come stay tuned for that. But why I am really wanting to share today is an event that's happened to me that I feel called just to kind of showcase like who I am, what I teach my clients, and just to see if this is something that, you want to join in. This is what it's all about here in the Clean Mom Edit. So first off, I just mentioned I went to a podcasting moms conference, and I continuously, one thing that has made me, successful throughout my life is continuously put myself in rooms where I'm not the smartest person. And also like where there's a big gap too. So I remember whenever I got my job in the fertility industry as a talent acquisition specialist, I literally like said, I want a job in the fertility space as a talent acquisition specialist. And it like came into my lap. So once I got that job, I was like, I remember telling my boss, Bonnie, like, I want to recruit the REI physicians. Like, there's no role for that. Never done that in my life. I was recruiting college kids, very different than physicians. But she was like, yeah, let's make it happen. And that's what we need. So we were using like a third-party firm. And I basically like cut ties with them, built the physician recruitment process like myself. But that again was a huge gap. Like, I never went to school for healthcare, didn't really have like a ton of knowledge in it. I was recruiting college kids beforehand to sell like IT, mainly technology, but we did have like a healthcare sector. But anyways, I didn't even know like that life, what that was. I never went through infertility myself. I walked alongside my sister, who I was like, okay, this is the most beautiful thing. It gave me my nephew. Like, I have to be in this industry, like love women's health. Just felt like more, passionate about the work. So anyways, like I would go to these conferences and these REIs, like, talking about like things that were like totally above my head, but like I was just curious about it. And that's what like I want to say to more women is just like, just be curious. Don't be scared to ask like hard questions. Like, curiosity will get you so far in life. And that I feel like is one thing that has been a reasoning for, also why I've been able to get to the place that I am today. So anyways, I go to the podcasting conference. It's absolutely amazing. The gal who is like sponsoring, like she's like the keynote speaker, she's actually a nervous system regulation coach. So I got to like pick her brain. Her name is Emily Judice. She is like, I cannot wait to like dive into her book. I was trying to honestly hope to read it by now, but anyways, but she was just like one of the people that were there. But how I got there was that I invited, her name's Michelle. She's a marriage coach. And she's became like a good friend of mine and honestly a mentor. Like she's like just kind of like taken me under her wing because she's on like 200 episodes and been doing this for years and years and years and just been like such an amazing individual to see. Like, she doesn't expect anything in return. And like, she's just like willing to help, somebody out for the good who is like spreading good. But she's like, you definitely need to go to that conference because obviously like my podcast is directed towards moms. And so I was like, yes, you're right. Like I don't want to start a business on like bad habits. Like I'm that person who will like invest anything like to get to like A to point D. Like I'm willing to put the money, the time into it, talk to people, like, ask the questions, like do the hard work. But I want to build it that's going to be scalable. So that's why I decided to go to this podcast and to just network. And on Sunday, like I kind of had like a little scratchy throat and I'm like, I'm just chalking it up as like allergies. And I'm like, I'm not missing this conference. So anyways, Sunday night we had the happy hour, which was at this like gorgeous like farmhouse, in Franklin. And then Monday was the conference. And so I came back like, it's about like a 5-hour drive for me from here to basically Nashville, Tennessee. And so I got home late on Monday. And then Tuesday, I woke up and I had to watch the kids because my mom was helping my sister. So the 2 boys, my 2 youngest, and then I had my middle son's field trip, and then I coached soccer. He had his last game. So I was like, I didn't want to miss either of those things. So it was still kind of like hurting. But again, I was like, okay, like I just need to, get double down on like, my remedies. But then Wednesday I wake up and I wake up in like a pool of sweat. My clothes are drenched. I get in the shower and I'm literally like just like praying to God. I'm like, provide me with the strength to get through today, to watch my kids, because I had to watch them all day that day. And my mom was still at my sister's. Trevor, my husband, he works full time. And I come out of the bathroom into the kitchen and then I just stare at Trevor and he's like, I start crying because I'm like, I don't get sick. Like I'm a very healthy individual. Like, I do not get sick often. And I feel like lately, I've been getting sick, but not to this extent. Like there's one other time I can remember that I was like this sick. And basically I feel like it's my body being like, hey, if you're not going to take my advice and actually rest, like I'm going to make you rest. And like this time it like came back with a vengeance. So he's like, do you want me to take off work? I'm like, yes. So he takes off work. And then about 2:00 in the afternoon, I wake up from a nap and he's on the floor. And I'm like, what is going on? Bane's at the side of the bed, like wanting to get in. And he's like, MaKenzie, I'm not feeling good. He goes and throws up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. So anyways, we are both sick and we're looking at each other like, how are we going to feed our kids? Because we are both like not physically able. But we figured it out, like chicken nuggets, corn dogs night, like whatever, like survival mode for sure. And nothing against that. Like we have those, every now and then. But anyways, so, really my take on getting sick is I do a very like holistic approach. Like I'm very much so like home remedy. Like if there were come a time where like life or death, I would reach for, an antibiotic, medicine, whatnot. Obviously not on my deathbed, even though I felt like I was. But I just want to share with you guys how I healed, and it was basically strep because I know that because my mom got it and she went to the doctor, and it was strep in our jaw, in our ears, and in our throat. And the kids definitely had it, but they're just so freaking resilient. Like, can we talk about that? Like, they're so resilient. Like, sometimes I'm like, I feel bad. I can catch myself in these loops of like, oh, I should have like, he was, Bane was being super whiny that day. Like his, he had strep on his, jaw, and like I couldn't even barely handle it. Like, how was he like functioning? Like, he was fussy, but nothing like I was, where he was like bedridden. Like he had like a less appetite, but like now I'm like, oh crap, he really had it. And I just wish that like he could communicate things like that, but he's the baby. But that is like such the beautiful thing though, too, is like his little body like is strong enough to like conquer that. Like, damn, he's a freaking beast. And I'm like, okay, that makes me like whip up to shape. Like, come on, like you are a 34-year-old. I really don't know how old. I think I'm 34. 34-year-old, like you can do this. So anyways, the first step to how I address like sickness is rest, obviously. Sunlight. I was literally sitting in a lawn chair, like sun just like beating down on my throat. Like, thank goodness it was, springtime and we had nice weather, because if it was winter, like I would have probably put like a red light on me. And then movement. Like, I did not want to move my body at all, but like I knew that like I needed to move my like the fluids in my lymphatic system. So like I went on a walk. If you saw me that day, like I am so sorry, but I was probably like a zombie walking around this neighborhood. But anyways, I did it. Dry brush my throat. So if you have an area like, dry brushing, you should have it in your routine anyways, weekly, daily, whatever works for you, but definitely introduce it. It's super beneficial, but it just moves the fluids through your lymphatic system as well. So I have a little small one that I was like doing on my throat and stuff, but like it's awesome on your armpits. I love it on my like pelvic area too. Like, oh, just like that tingly feeling, like it feels so great. So dry brushing, magnesium oil, put it on my throat, on my feet. That basically is it's good for like muscle relaxation, but it also like brings the toxins to your, like whatever's in your skin, brings it to the surface, extracts that. My probiotic and minerals are on routine, but this is where they really come into play. And then, I did Bind, which is basically, I use only organics for my probiotic and remineralize. And then Bind is like a charcoal. It's like a detoxification, just a liquid. But basically that's extracting the toxins from your body. So I did that. And then Silver Alkaline, doubled on that. Basically is clearing your pathways out. And then I feel like those were my main remedies. So if you stick to that, I truly believe, like, obviously I've been building my body to, you know, do this in these like situations, to have this strength too. Um, but just to showcase like how hard it was, even the work that I've been putting into. But it is possible. And I think it's really important for us to try to go to this approach first before just like reaching for medication, for the reasoning of like processing. Processing is power, like processing emotions, processing sickness. Like, our bodies are meant to be able to do that. And sometimes like when you do like medicine, like I do feel like it puts like a Band-Aid over it, and just numbs it. And I'm like, sometimes I do, not sometimes, but I do feel like we need to feel a little like hard things. Like, we need to do hard things to be able to grow. Like, I know for a fact, like now that I did that approach, like it is only going to make my immune system stronger. Like, I know that like my decision to heal my son completely holistically, I'm going to get emotional because I'm just so fucking, I'm going to say fucking. I'm so proud of the road that I'm taking and have taken, because I know for a fact, like, yeah, these 2 years, almost year and a half with my son and like his health have been the hardest years of my life. Like, even after my dad died, um, this has shown me the bad sides of myself and the good sides of myself. And I can tell you, like, going through this made me a more self-aware person, a a person that like loves herself like through and through. And that's not to be like um cocky or anything. And you know what? I really don't care. Like, I am a little cocky. I am like confident. Um because I do know my shit. And I've done the hard shit. I do, I am a little bit more straight laced because like surface level no longer serves me. Like, I am my own truth teller. Like, I'm pretty aware of like what areas I need to improve on. And if I'm not, like, who I look to show me? My daughter, my husband, my kids. Like, those are the, 4 people in my life that really show me like the areas that I need to improve on. And yeah, sometimes it doesn't feel good, but I also am like, well, I have the decision to either improve, or am I going to get in my ego in my head and be like, oh, no, that's not me. Like, that's on them. Like, that's their problem. And it's like, we just can no longer live like that. Like, you have to face your truth. Like, if there is an area in your life that you do not feel fulfilled in, and I'm talking if you have like major anxiety, depression, weight that you don't want, inflammation, chronic immune system, um, uh, sickness, like a lot of this, the root cause of it all is unprocessed emotions. It is. I just got off of a podcast episode with an amazing woman, and we talked about like Hashimoto's thyroid, and like what that really is unprocessed emotions. And what that emotion is like, it's to each, their own, like it's different for everyone, but a lot of it's grief. It's, a lot of it's, being ashamed for, this or that. It's betrayal. It's, um, bullying. It's, your mom or dad, like telling you you're, lack, like it is that. And so like, basically, I want you to just get curious of like what that is for you, and just really understanding like the power of processing and actually like facing your fears. And I will tell you, like, human design will actually just show it to you. Like, it shows you your fears. But it also shows your fears in a way that like is going to show you how that fear can be a blessing to your life. So I always say like that is why I do the work that I do. I really believe I want human design to be in every home. I want human design to be in every woman's hands. I want everybody to know about human design. And I'm here to make that possible. It's on a very small scale right now, but I know in the future, like, I will be on stages and like I will be sharing this with the world, because I know this is very new, especially for the United States. But like, I see it in school systems, I see it in corporations, I see it in healthcare systems. Like, it is such a powerful tool. And then the fact of like, yeah, it's a tool. And why I've combined it with nervous system is that it, like, I'm giving you the treasure map to your heart, to your home, to your, inner wisdom, to your, self-love, like giving you the secrets to it. But it can't work unless you've regulated your nervous system, unless you've addressed the trauma, unless you've processed the processed the fears. So that is why you see me say human design and nervous system strategist, because I truly believe that you have to have, the movement of your body, somatic work with the nervous system to be able to, nervous system showcases your capacity. Human design expands it. It's such a beautiful package. So like I said, I want to bring it to everybody. The first spot that you can start to learn about human design, you can grab your chart for free. I actually want you to. I actually show you how to do that in my membership. And then from there, get curious with your chart. But I actually, in the membership, explain to you what human design is. I give you a nervous system regulation tool. I give you cosmic reflection for every single month because, first off, I just love astrology, but human design basically is ancient wisdom. So it does Kundalini, it does Hinduism, it does Chinese. So there's a couple of different other areas, but also astrology plays into it as well. And astrology is not a belief, it is a language. So, yep, I'm just going to nip that in the bud right there. But basically, it's going to bring awareness to you of what the month can come so that you're excited. But also, if there's trials and tribulation, that comes with the good and the bad, making you aware of that. But just realizing that it's just the energy that is stirring and not necessarily you, but how you can handle that too, making you aware of what's coming so that you can be able to prepare yourself. So that's where the cosmic reflection comes in. And then also you get a meditation and then a journal prompts too, because I think that all comes into basically a nice little package of building your awareness. So you get this monthly $33. It is so affordable. I do one-on-one coaching still, but I am at capacity for my one-on-one clients. I will be opening up a few spots in May. So if you are interested, let me know so I can get you at the top of the list. But that is basically where you can break it down into 3, 6, or 12 months of one-on-one coaching, depending what you feel like is best for the capacity of your life right now. But that is a complete lifestyle change. We really do a big picture. I really show you how to use human design in your everyday life, on a way more personal level. I will be launching my alignment sessions here in a couple weeks. Right now, though, for the first 10 members of aligned membership is my monthly membership. I will give you a session for free. Just so that you can see the magic and that you are obviously a founding woman, founding member of the membership that I want to it's my thank you to you. So that is my update. You can I'll link the membership in the show notes, but I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you, how loved you are, how powerful you are, and just that once you start to implement what I'm actually saying, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel different. You're going to feel electric. You're going to feel on fire. You're going to feel unstoppable. So let's go. I'll see you on the next episode.